Hello, my friends. We're going to finish up this angel project that I started, and I thought it would be fun to do the bottom part of the animals. This is in Creative Haven. It's Beautiful Angels coloring book, and I just thought it would be fun to do something in here today. I was looking for the one I did. I did do one in here. Well, let's just take a little walk through it. Maybe you'd like to see it. I've only done one picture. Marjorie Sarnat, Beautiful Angels coloring book. And this is a pretty book. It's the one where it does tear. And it's on one page. These are a little thicker than the one I did yesterday. So I imagine if you did a watercolor lightly, it would work out beautifully. There are so many pretty angels in here. I love the half moon, the stars. The way that they did them. I think there's a little bit of heritage on some of these pages. Is what she's illustrating. I think she did a beautiful job. Oh, look how pretty. I bet this is Orient Asian. How pretty. I wonder if she's the one that does my cat book too. Since I'm seeing this. It is. We're going to do something in this one tomorrow. Cool. I didn't know that. So she's got the little cats, because I know there's another cat book besides the one I got. Look how cute with all the little, and I know she's got a puppy one. I almost did this one today with all the butterflies. This will be fun to do her face with all of her little stuff around her. Isn't this one pretty? It's almost like she's got the world and the stars and all the planets. Oh, she's got some in her hair too. That's pretty. She's hanging the star. I like it because they're simple, but yet they're very pretty. Here's the one I did. This was one of the first ones I've done, and these are Castle Art. I know that for sure. That was one of the very first things I did. I got a lot of colors in there. But you can see the back is even coloring, and it's apparent that I put down some color in that. Look at this one, playing the violin. I almost did this one too. I was like, okay, maybe this will be this one. I just think that's so pretty. That's going to be very pretty to do. And the harp. I actually have a little harp. Thought I was going to learn to play it. They're not that easy. Look, she's swinging in the moon. With all the little daffodils around her. That's pretty, huh? You're going to have some really sharp pencils to get her colored. There's another pretty one with her face. That one will be nice to color. Isn't this one pretty? Winter. Yeah, winter. All the snowflakes and the crystals, and her dress is going to be fun. I bet you this is kind of like ice. That'll be interesting. Here's spring. Oh my gosh, how pretty. That one's pretty. Summer. It's just hard to choose which one you want to do next. Autumn. The Horn of Plenty. Harvest time. The pumpkin, the grapes, the fruit, all down here. That'll be fun. I love this one. She's swimming with the dolphins. Kind of like she's coming up out of the water. The sun. It's very interesting how she saw this because it's not all under the water. Because here's the waves, This is going to be fun to color. This is the one we're going to work on and finish up. Look at this one with her horse. Oh, that's so pretty. That has to be a white horse. How pretty. Almost like Valentine's or something, huh? Look at all the prints around it. That'll be fun, like little scraps of material. All the bells. Wonder if that's supposed to be like Christmas, or look at how pretty her dress is with the little tied front. Yeah, that's pretty. And peace on earth and goodwill to men. That must have been meant to be. So I hope you enjoyed looking through this one. If you haven't seen this book, or if you don't have this book, it is a very pretty book. I have a different angel book, and I was really disappointed in the drawings in it. So I thought I would save it for maybe if somebody wanted to color. They can color in that book. But anyway. Okay, this is where we're at. This took me a long time today, just what I've done so far. So I'm going to explain what I did so far. In the elephant, I used, and I have a little mixture of my pencils. I'm sorry, but I did. I mixed them together. So I used the Prisma 30 French Gray in my elephant here and all the way around. And then I came in with, let's see, wasn't Payne's Gray, wasn't Cool Gray, was it? Okay, it was Castle Art Cool Gray. So you just want a shade or two darker than what your lightest color is. So this is almost like a putty color, even though it's French gray. And then I used the darker gray to go in there. And the same thing on his little head. I just did all that. And then I came in and I heavily coated her wings with white. I just went over and over and did it really thick and heavy. And then I came in again with the which one was the lightest one? I think the Castle Art must have been the cool gray. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, the cool gray. And then I just went over all the little peaks in her wings. I went over all of them with that. Now I haven't colored her dress at all, and I do want it white. But what I'm going to do is come in, and I'm going to leave it like it is, and I'm just going to use some gray to highlight it, and I want it white. And then her hair, I used several colors of yellow. I used yellow ochre. I used Naples in polychromos and cad yellow. And I just started out by just doing a little bit like this with the lightest color. And so then I came back in with my next darkest color, and I just started filling in closer around her face, any place where there was a turn. And then I came in with the yellow, and I just highlighted it, and I left some light and dark spots, and that's how I did her hair. And her skin was, I got my new pencils so I could just use what I have. So I used Prisma. I've got light peach, and I've got peach. So I went over all of her skin with light peach. Then I came back in, and I just, especially around her hair, under her neck, off to the shoulders, where her arm bends, under her gown here, around her hands, and across the top of her eyes, a little bit around her face, just a little bit. And then I came back in with my peach, and I just kind of went back over it a little bit and just made sure that it all blended, but leave the light spots in her face. I also got a little bit dark right there, because it usually right down the sides of her eyes, the end of her nose is highlighted, and over her eyelids. And then I brought in, is that the one or this one? I have all my pencils laying here. One of these. They're both so close. Either one. One is carmine red in Prisma. And guess what? They're both carmine red. Okay. Well, will forgive me for that one. But anyway, I just very, very, very lightly did her cheeks. And then I came back in again with my light peach. And I just blended the edges. I blended and blended the edges so that it was a soft. I put a little bit on her lips. And then I sharpened my blue. Actually, I think it was a Castle Art, but any pretty light blue. And you got to have a really sharp. You always for me, this is me, and this is the way I've seen it, is always leave a white spot in the eyeball. Don't color the whole thing. If you'll leave a little white spot, like I'm coloring it blue, so I'm only going to color like half and half and leave the bottom part white. You'll get a more realistic eye, because when you do the eyes, that makes everything. And then I came in with 3 different colors. Let's see, where's the other one? I got the henna. That was one of my new colors. And I had one more. Okay, chestnut. So I started out here like this, and then I came in with the henna, and I went all the way, and I just gently. And then I came in with my yellow ochre and blended it. And then my bright color, I used, you're going to use like a bright yellow, cad yellow is what I use. But in whatever bright yellow you use, I'm sorry, I wasn't going to do this. But anyway, so what I always like to do, if you've watched me before, I like to use the yellow. And then I come back in with my ochre on either side and blend it in there softly. And then you're going to use, which one's the darkest? Okay, so then I use the henna, which you use, I'm using 4 colors. Usually you only have to use 3 if you want to. That's the rule. But the more colors you put in, the prettier it gets. So anyway, that made the gold looking banner, and I erased all of the colors that I went over. I didn't worry about the stars, and I came in with the bright yellow. And so with my little bear or lion, I used, what color is this? It's terracotta. And I started out with his hair, and I just, with the ochre and the terracotta, and I just went through. I put a piece of tape here to help me stay off of that line, and I just went through, and I start out with one color, and then I'll come back in with the other color, and then I'll come back in and go over it again until his mane looks like it's very variegated. And I did just do his face in terracotta, and again I did his eyes in the yellow ochre, and I just did on either side. I left a white spot here and here, if you can see it, and I put just a little bit of dark in his ears. And on him, I just got done doing a zebra, so anybody who watched it knows how I did it. But I colored all the white. I gave it a good heavy coat, all of the white. And then I used, and I found this I can't tell if that's an M or a D. Indanthrone. Anyway, it's PC208, and it's a dark blue. That one makes the prettiest black. I tried the indigo blue, and it wasn't as pretty. It didn't do this beautiful black. And then I went over it. I did the blue, and then I go over the top of it with black, and it gives you a beautiful, beautiful black. And I did the same. I put brown on either side of his eye. I lined his eye with black, and then I took the white and I just smeared it a little bit so it looks shadowed. And my little bear, I just took and started making with the clay rose. I just started just making little lines, little lines, little lines everywhere, all the way through his little body. And then I came over the top with this light umber and did the same thing. And you just want to make sure that your little lines are pressed. You know what I mean? So you're pressing a little bit. And then I came back after I did that, and I did just a little bit of black, and then I came in and kind of smoothed it out. And then I used this clay rose, and I went all over it again, and then I came over the top of it, and I just really lightly went over his face, and I just made his little nose, and that's where we're at right now. So we are just going to pick up with one of the animals. And this tiger, I was trying to decide what color I had used on him before in another picture. And it seems like this was Dunkelrot. Dunkelrot dark red. So I'm not sure. Just seems like that's what I did. So he's kind of, boy, I'd hate to be wrong on that one because that's pretty red. Let's forget that. Let's try something different. But I think that's what I used. But we're going to do something different with him, and I don't want to be so picky, but because he's kind of an orangey color, isn't he? So I'm looking. I wish I knew what color I had used on him before. It's red. Okay, well, we're just going to come in with burnt ochre. And let's just say this is what he's going to be instead of me trying to figure out what I did before. Because that tiger turned out really cool. And this is, I am mixing. I know I'm mixing. But this just isn't what I want either at all. So I'm just going to come around and I'm going to pull that book. Give me just a second. Of course, I have every book in the world out. He has to be in here. He is. All right, so this is what I want to do. So let's see. It doesn't seem like it, but it could be. I'm going to try this mid-cad red. That's the one that seems like it was, and it looks like it is. We've been getting a lot of rain. I went and got my hair cut, and the girls were talking about, when is this going to quit? This is depressing me. Like, it's better than snow. At least it's cool, it's not cold. I like rainy days. I know most people don't, but it's just, there's something kind of quiet and soothing. This is the color. Sorry about all that. I thought for sure this was it, and then I thought, how could it be red? But that just goes to show you. Because I don't want him, I want him to stand out different than the lion. Very pretty. Okay. This is mid-cad red in Polychromos 217. So it's more kind of like a brick red, I would say, if you were having to pick a color out of your box. So it's okay. It's always hard to stay away from all the other little stuff that all the lines that you're not supposed to color. It's like that. I just thought if I got a start on this, this time and saw me finish it. I'm going to try to lighten up a little bit around his mouth here. I always press hard coming through all these little lines, so I don't want to go back through them again. Boy, the store was packed with flowers. I guess this is America's Mother's Day is Sunday, but the Mexico Mother's Day is today. That's what I heard. And I'm telling you, I've never seen so many flowers or so many men in my whole life. It was packed. And those flowers were not cheap. But they were buying them up, and it was like things were getting empty. Like, wow. I like flowers, but I always like to get a plant. I'm the crazy plant lady. But I have been slowing down. I try not to look. So I have plenty of plants, because plants are really good for the air. So I do have a lot of the plants that they say are air purifiers. My orchids, I have 2 of them. I think I've told this story, but in case you haven't heard it, I got 2 of them. I had 3. My store was going through all that change, and they were marking some of those down because they were droopy looking to $1.49. I mean, under $2. And that you couldn't even buy the vase that it was in for that. So I ended up getting 3 of them. One of them died. I don't know why. But 2 of them are doing really good. So I had to get a bigger pots because they have to have air to breathe. And they're not in dirt, they're in bark or moss. So I didn't know the difference, so I got both bark and moss, and now I'm plenty stored up. Okay, I think I'm just going to give him a little top coat with this terracotta. Just to take some of that red out. Just like that. And more like that. And I'm going to take, where is it? Payne's Gray. And I'm going to go over his nose. I'm going to do a little bit in his ears. Like that. Then I'm going to go ahead with, where's my blue? There it is. I'm going to fill in these little things with the blue. Then we'll go over it with the black. And that'll make them really dark. Okay, now where's our black? Let me sharpen it just a little bit. These little tiny things take just as long as some big things. Darken his nose just a little bit more. Leave a little shadow. Two. Okay, so now we need to sharpen this one. So we're going to get in there. We're doing half of his eye and half of his eye. And let's see if we can do a little something with those ears. Just like that. Okay. So let's do this under his chin. And do a little bit here and here. This little fox has got a lot of decorations on his little face. Got all my pencils laying here. From everything, so I just wanted to leave them out until I got done. Alright, let's go ahead and fill in. Okay, that's his tail. This must be just greenery, okay. Sometimes it's just hard to tell what's what. If I had one of those fancy cameras, I could speed up when I'm just doing the but I don't. I put all my money into color books and color pencils. I'm hoping to get a nice camera. So you guys can see it better. Trying to put a little variety of different things that I color. Okay. Let's see, we'll make that black. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Do you know when you're going to sneeze? It's like, here it comes. Then you say it, and then it doesn't happen. I thought that little bear turned out cute. These are sitting in the moon. There's a little squirrel, the fox, the panda, the frog, the butterfly. There's some grass here and there. We'll do this little fox next. Oops, we need black. I'm just trying to figure out why his little face is like that. I can hear the train loud and clear. It's raining, so everybody's in the house and not running around up and down the streets. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I had to turn the heater down. I turned it down, but it wasn't enough. I was roasting. Let's put a little thank you for excusing me. Okay. So now, what color you want to be? He's red. So what color are we going to make you? Let's go ahead and do the burnt ochre, because that will keep him a different color. He's really decorated. He's all duded out. You hit that little sharp point on your pencil and it leaves a mark. You have to work to get it out. Pretty fancy little fox. I'm going to drop down here because I'm have to think about this. Kind of throws you off. I guess those are his white whiskers, right? Okay, here's his foot. Am I in? Yep. I'm in. Okay, so she's got a little decoration here going. That's a really fat tiger. He looks hefty. Oops, it went over his little decoration there. Not to worry, huh? Got to make sure I don't get into that yellow, the little moon behind those little birds. Okay. It's like, what do I do with this? I don't know. What do you want to do with it? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try just a shade. This is brown ochre. I'll make his nose brown ochre. Like that. I'll just do the inside of his ears too. Let's see. Maybe a little bit around the outside. Let's just go ahead and make his little nose black. And let's make his little eyes like that. And what other color we have laying here? Well, I think this is all white. And I think this is white. I think this is his little whiskers is what they're trying to say. And let's see, we forgot the bottom of his mouth. And just make some little lines. Like that. But what color do they want us to make those little fancy doodahs? Let's do some yellow. Keep it all in the family. Oh, I guess the lion had some little stuff on him for his face too. That looks good. Not the best, but okay. Now what are we gonna do with his tail? Let's what color did we use? Let's just make his end of his tail white. You know how they got that little doodad right there? This is when you can see that there's a lot of yellow in this brown. You'll start seeing it when you thin it out. And I thought, no, I think it was this one. Okay, I think I need a little sip of some water. All right, let's do we haven't used any green, so it doesn't matter what color. So I'm going to use what I got here, Kelly green, just to start with. Like that. And then what do we have? Okay, let's find. What do we got here? Kelly green. Okay, I've got too many pencils out. Let's go with a light spring green. We'll put some spring green in here. We'll spring into action. It always feels so good to get a haircut, doesn't it? I was keeping all the flowers navy blue or light blue. I still think the Castle Rock color better in these books. What do we got? Persian green. And we could come back with the polka dots and use a Posca pen or fill it in. I'm just going to color this background like if it's grass. And we got this curlicue thing. Just shade this down a little bit. And come back in with that green again. Spring green. Okay. A little bit right there. Then I just took the navy blue and I just made little circles. And what did we do? We did the inside. Okay. And then I did the yellow. Be careful because yellow and blue make green, and I turned that into green. Okay, so now I want that light blue, which is muted turquoise. I like this color. That's not the color I used. That was the sky. There it is. I found it. Too late. I already got that color on. It'll work. And then I just let that blue smear into it a little bit. That. Well, we'll just do our little circle in blue too. Okay. Our little panda bear. Oh, we should do the squirrel next. Let's work on that little squirrel. Chestnut. Let's try that. And we'll add a little bit of color to him. Oh, he's got a little nut in his hand. How sweet. Okay. So, we need another brown. How about Sierra Brown? It's kind of a funny looking little squirrel. Let me sharpen it. Okay. Just take a little. Mix a little more color into him. Okay, and we need that. Where is our black? There it is. Do its little nose. Like that. Separate his tail just a little bit. Maybe just a little darker right in there. But he's got this little nut. Okay, and what is that thing behind him? I think, let's get the green leaves back here. Little bear looks like he's intimidated or something. Okay, well, let's just do it. That's what I had in mind, so we're just gonna do it. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's probably just to separate this little guy out. And it'll add a little color. Okay. Just give it a little shade around the edges. Like that. If you don't know what it is, just color it. Okay. So, see that we got another one right there. Where are all my greens? I know they're in one can somewhere, because I had separated them all out. There they are. They're mixed in. This is one of my favorite colors, so let's use it. Zest. Lime peel. This is going to be a really pretty picture. I say that all the time, don't I? Okay. Let's do moss green around him. Like that. Okay. And I would like to find, and I think I found it, dark green. That's not really what I wanted, is it? I like that. Yep, that's the one I wanted. Because he's always eating eucalyptus. So I just want to color his little leaf eucalyptus. Oh, it's hard to color in between his little claws. There we go. Okay. Look at how cute. Let's color those flowers. So we're using the different color blues. I'll lay my greens over there because we're going to need them. So I'm just coloring all of the flowers dark blue. And if there's more, I just put the light blue in there. That way I don't have to think either. Much. I'm trying to work my way down the page so I'm not putting my hand too much in colors that are going to spread, especially the blue or the black. Red's good at doing that too. I just want them a deep, deep blue. Like that. Where's our yellow? Bright yellow. Okay. Might as well do them. That's good enough for now. Okay, back to our navy. We can come in with the pasta if we want to, put those dots in. Then we're going to have to switch some of the colors up on the bottom with these flowers, or they're just going to disappear. Just making circles. I figured these animals would take me a while. That's why I got started on them. Okay. What do we got here? Kelly Green. I'll tell you, putting the art tape, be really careful what kind of tape you use. I've got tape that's, I think about $5, and it's a big old roll. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in here. There's a lot to them. I can't get them apart. But anyway, they're like a 1/2 inch, and they do not stick. You don't want to just rip it off either. You just pull them slowly. But it can help you stay in these lines. In the frame of this thing. I did it again. I think I need to plug my little guy in. Okay. There we go. I took off my shopping shoes. I wanted to get this out to you guys. Okay, so let's do a light blue. This is pastel castle art. Labelli? 37 anyway. So that they won't get lost in a clump of colors. These have so little wax in them. Castle art. They just color so much. So nice. I won't say any more than that. That's why I'm glad I have them, because different pencils for different papers. But I've mixed all three of my pencils together. I have 3 brands, and I've used all 3 different colors on this picture. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I do have some crayon ones, and I have mixed them in there too. Not on video, but I just happen to have a lot of pencils out right now. Okay. There's a little green leaf we could get. But I love my Prisma, and I love my polychromos. I really do. I honestly do. And if I had the money, I'd probably buy me some Karen. It's like Karen, what are they called? Karen, a couple other kinds, just to try them. Karen Kardashian. I know a few people get upset when you mispronounce things. And I certainly don't mean to. That's like my little panda I painted. Okay, let's just do the light blue on the outside of them. Okay, we're getting there. And now we got to do our little turtle and our little frog. We need some greens. And I think we need some sharp pencils. And, okay. Let's do that. I think I bought 2 of these lemon peels, because I really like these. Give him some little dark spots. And then we need kind of a, let's go over it with this first. And just a dark Naples. And then we'll come back over it with our lemon peel so that his belly will be lighter. Like that. Okay. Let's get Mr. Turtle in the action here. And his friend Mr. Frog. And let's see, let's make some of these one color. And some of these another color. He looks quite happy. Okay. He needs to be a little bit darker. Okay. So Just mixing, mixing, mixing. They're kind of a lot of colors. I think that's good. We need, there we go. Make its little eyes darker. There we go. Okay. Now, our butterfly. Let's put some pretty blue in him. Like that. Okay. Let's see if we can do. I need sharpen. Kind of hard to do this part. Don't laugh. Like that. Let's do its body. Like that. And then we'll use the black over the top of it. And we'll just try to do the little black things. And we can put some glitter on him. Okay, so next, let's do our little guy. And then I'm going to do a little stressed ink, I think, behind all of this. So, I'm going to do my blue, and then I'm going to do my black over the top. Like that. Because his little eyes are white. She puts the funniest expressions on some of their faces. I saw somebody else today take a large amount of greenery and color some of it in, and then put some colors on the some distressed ink. I think she was using the gel. I did order me a small set of that. I'm anxious to try it. You will get to find out too. The ones that she was using, if I'd ordered them where she wanted me to, they would have been $24 with shipping, and I got them off of Amazon for the same price but no shipping, so I got them for I think $11. Pays to be careful, huh? So I wanted to try it because you don't have to add water, so it doesn't wrinkle up your pages. We're going to leave his little belly white. And I think this is his leg, or his little fat bottom. I think we'll come all the way down in here, like he's sitting in between all of this. I really like doing the black like this. But again, this 208 color, I think, does a much better, prettier black than some of the other blues. Test it out, see what you think. To get a really nice black, this is really is worth the time. I know I get quiet. I hope that's okay. Sometimes I just don't have anything to say. I'm just coloring. I was thinking maybe I was a slow colorer because it takes 2 videos to do a full page. But I've seen one of my favorite ladies do as much as 4 and 5. So I guess I'm okay. We have 2 new members. So welcome, new members. Thank you for joining our channel. I welcome everybody to leave me any comments you'd like to leave me or any questions. I've been doing art for years, painting and toll painting and whatnot painting and crafting, and then I came across a little Christian book of Psalms, and I bought it for my friend. She was kind of down, and I knew she colored, and so I sent it to her, and then I thought, that might be kind of fun, so I ordered me one. They're just a little tiny. There's lots of pages in them. And I enjoyed it so much, I would do one every day. And then I started seeing the tutorials on coloring. And I got all into watching them. I always watch enough to where I learn what I need to learn, and then I take off flying. Not that I always fly high, but I start to fly. But I loved it. I love coloring more than I liked anything else I've done so far. I mean, maybe I'm addicted to it. I don't know. But I just can't wait to get settled down, finish whatever I'm doing, and pick up my pencils and a book and just sit here and watch a movie or listen to somebody giving a good word or something and just enjoy. Look at his little eyes. I love listening to the rain on my roof. And I'm pretty sheltered right here, as I have a big shed right next to me where I'm facing now, the whole width of that side of my little house. And then there is a 6-foot fence, not more than legal 3 feet away on this side with the window. And then I'm kind of in the backyard where I'm protected. His little eyes. Okay, so I got to do the bottom of his foot, but I do not want it to look. Where's one of them grays? And there we go. What is this? Payne's gray, that'll work. Right around his little foot. Okay, so now we can make it darker on one side. And I'm just gonna leave a little bit there. What we need to do is his little toenails. Okay, and where's that green that we used? Here it is. For his other little eucalyptus. Let's listen to that song. It's an old song. Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. Remember that? Anybody remember that one? Okay. Oh, just what a fool I've been. It's funny about that time in my life. I was old enough to babysit. Not old enough to do what my mom and dad had me do. My aunt and uncle came with their kids. And I was in charge of everybody. I was 16 years old. And they all left town. I don't know where they went, but they went to have a good time wherever they went. Which wasn't very often that they ever did anything, but they left me there with all those children. And so a couple of boyfriends of mine came over. Friends. And the one, he was moving and he needed someplace to put his stereo. And that was when they were in a case. It wasn't great big, but it wasn't little either. And he brought it over, put it in my room where all three of my sisters and I slept. And all of his music, and oh my gosh, did we have a good time. But I must have done okay. All right. We're going to run a little over time, but we need to finish this. Okay. Oops, I see you coming over here. I just don't like to go so far past 2 hours because it takes so long to download it. But I'll just put it on and it'll be downloaded by morning. They were predicting large hail and all kinds of stuff. And so far we've gotten here in Denver just a real nice soft rain. We had some heavy wind, but it's all okay. Oh, that is so pretty. Yeah, I think right down in here I'm going to just use some, distressed ink. Let's get this little moon thing going. I don't know about you, but time sure flies when I'm coloring and filming. even when I'm watching somebody. Seems like the time just goes so fast. I guess we get so interested. I don't know. I think I'll just leave that like that. I wouldn't have thought about putting a little moon down here. Someone was showing a new book today. I'm like, no. It's a little book with all kinds of birds in it. It's like, please don't show me no more books. Okay. I think we're going to color him in. And then we'll come in and highlight him with some might as well do his buddy. Okay. So we need a pretty sanguina. Sanguina. Just outline his feathers. Can you hear them going, hoo, hoo, hoo? I hear them going, hoo, hoo. You. Okay. It's our dark blue. Whoa, ho, ho, that was black. See, I got all my summer clothes out. Folding up all of my winter clothes to put them away, and it turns cold. Well, it ain't that cold. Never fails though. I'm looking forward to doing something in my cat book tomorrow too. Okay, so now I just don't know what that is back there. So that's why I was thinking we would just do well, I know, I don't know what I'm doing. The turtle and the frog are walking on something, so I thought, well, maybe it's just gonna make it dirt. Make it dirt. We'll see what happens. make him a happy little trail. Maybe we'll just do that. Okay. And I'm still thinking maybe a little chalk. Just a little chalk. Let's see. I don't want to get in my zebra. Okay. I think that'll work. Oh, I see that. In case you didn't see it, I see it. We forgot this little corner. Hmm. We'll go around it with a little light blue. And thinking what to do with that bird. Do I want him white? So if I'm going to make him white, I got to color him really good. And then find my Payne's Gray and just outline all of his little stuff. And we could come in here, give him a little like that. And now we need to do something, his little beak and his eye. And then this little flower. That is one busy little picture. But I really like it. And there we go. What do you think? That was a lot of work. But we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Let me raise it up a little bit so you can see all of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I thank you very, very much for watching. And you all have a great evening. And just find someone tomorrow to be kind to. Just some act of random kindness will start with us, right? Bless you all. Love you. Bye.